What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Bontu, but not Bontu. It's we got some Liliana for you. Hope you're excited. Let's get the chat closed out, get the graveyard squared up. Who are we playing against? Playing against the Miststalker. Okay, like that. A little hexproof Naya Enchantress. Now, as far as the opening hand goes, we've got Double Swamp and Dark Tutelage. I do want to keep on this one. Pond of Ulamog. Yeah, we'll go ahead and keep. We got card draw. We have something to do once our creatures start dying with the Pond of Ulamog. We have Grave Pact, a little bit of removal from there. Ogre Slumlord. Hopefully, we just kind of go get some nice little lands going. Then we'll be in a good little spot to go from there. Then I'll kind of explain what we got going on as far as Liliana. Even though this is marketed as a Bontu deck, not an aristocrat deck, which it is not an aristocrat deck, but this is an aristocrat deck. Let's go ahead and get the swamp down. Anything else? No, we're going to go ahead and pass the turn. We were playing Liliana. She has lifelink. Whenever another, there we go. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, exile Liliana, then return her to the battlefield, transform under her owner's control. If you do, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Playing against the Miststalker Hexproof. It gets +2/+2 for each aura attached to it. Also, when Liliana flips, +2, each player discards a card. Return target non-legendary creature card with converted mana cost X from your graveyard. -8. You get an emblem that says Rise of the Dark Realms. You get all creatures whenever they die at your next end step or something like that. Okay, let's go get these swamp down. Nothing we can do for that. Nope, we're going to go and pass the turn. It's kind of, there we go, we are recording, just want to make sure. But yeah, so somebody in the comments has suggested, hey, why don't you build a Liliana deck? And my Bontu deck is at its core, it's just an aristocrat-style deck. So if you have some sort of aristocrat-style commander that supports that playstyle, then you can just kind of swap them out. Even though it's not an aristocrat's deck, it's not marketed as an aristocrat's deck, but it is. But it's not. So you can ponder that when you go to sleep tonight. But yeah, so basically I just swapped out Liliana for Bontu. We put Bontu back into the deck, and we put Liliana at the helm. So we're just kind of a little bit of a test run, seeing how she does. Don't let us down, Liliana. I believe in you. See if we hit the, oh, beautiful, hit the swamp. Let's go get the swamp down. So the Mana Gorger Hydra, do we want to deal with that? Let's go. We go Pond of Ulamog. We'll have an extra thing to get down next turn. Sack a creature, culling the weak. Let's go Dark Toot. Dark Tutelage. Whoever smelt it dealt it. And the cheap. Shouldn't have put that joke on you. I'm sorry about that. Okay, get down Dark Tutelage, and then we're going to go and pass the turn. So we've covered our commanders. We've covered everything else. It is officially free time. We can do whatever we want. We can chat, talk about whatever we want. But actually, let me do this, and then we'll get going. On a side note, if you would like to be sacrificed to Liliana to make her the ultimate Necromancer Planeswalker, head over to mtgotraders.com. We'll get it all squared up to where we can transform her. And if you've not subscribed to the MTGO Traders YouTube channel, be sure you head over there. I'm making videos for them too. A nice little mix of Commander and Modern content, so be sure to subscribe to get notifications. I have a link down in the description below. Now it's free time. We can kind of talk about whatever we want. All right, so we got the Dark Tutelage going. Hopefully we hit a land drop. That's my main move. Blood Artist. Hey, I love Blood Artist. We'll get Blood Artist going. Okay, let's get down Liliana. Let's do a little bit of sequencing here, because we have a sack out and culling the weak to get a little bit of extra mana. Let's go Liliana. Get down Liliana. And if you want to go for the Mana Gorger Hydra, so be it. We get into spots where we can go Grave Pact to make them sacrifice it. It'll be really good against the Miststalker too, so we'll get down Liliana, and let's make sure that she goes to the, we get priority back on our turn. Make sure she goes to the exile zone instead of the command zone. There we go. Okay. But we need to, well, we don't want her to get exiled from like a path to exile. Oh, what do we need to chunk into the graveyard? We do have Living Death. But if we go the Autocrat, then we'll give it a little bit extra mana. It'll be some more chump blockers, so we want to hold on to him. Pond of Ulamog, Balthor. Let's go ahead and put Ogre Slumlord in the graveyard. We're just pretty far away from 5 mana at this point. I mean, we could get it down and start sacrificing. We don't have a true sack outlet, so we can't really take advantage of that. And then Pond of Ulamog is just a nice little value creature, because those little extra creatures, they give us some nice little bit of mana fixing. I'll take that. Opponent's getting down the Selesnya Signet, and then Mana Gorger Hydra is getting bigger. It's a nice little full forward body over there. And then they're not swinging in with the Mana Gorger Hydra, which, okay. Hey, it's your Hydra. You can do whatever you want. So we got Dark Tutelage, Jet Medallion, and Charcoal Diamond. Here's a battlefield tapped. So we go for, get down Blood Artist. Maybe we sack Blood Artist for 2 mana. That's going to be 5. We left with 4 mana. We kind of dump the Jet Medallion and the Charcoal Diamond out, just to kind of get a little ahead on mana. Then we'll have the Liliana flip, but we're not going to be able, well, we'll still get the zombie. It's going to have trample, so we're going to have to fight through that trample. Let's go ahead and let's get the... Sorry, we're kind of chewing the clock up on this one. Let's go ahead and get the jet medallion down. Actually, let's go charcoal diamond. Let's go charcoal diamond. They're going to get a +1 counter on the Hydra. We need to find a way to deal with that Hydra. That's kind of our main issue right now. Still 8 cards in hand. Anything else? No, we're going to go ahead and pass the turn. We don't really want to swing in with Liliana at this point, and I want to make sure we can, hopefully we can try and protect Liliana as a Planeswalker, so we can slowly work towards that ultimate. What are we going to put into the graveyard? Let's go ahead and put the, let's go ahead and put hold on to Balthorn, black mana. Return all black and red cards from the graveyard to the battlefield. We still have Living Death. Yeah, let's go and put Balthor into the graveyard. We're okay with that. We have Living Death. It's a little bit easier for us to kind of wipe our opponent's board out and then make sure that we have a nice little board state. And we can also use Living Death as a little bit of a, kind of like a, yeah, like I said, like a board wipe, instead of us using it to bring a bunch of creatures back to our hand. But yeah, getting to a Liliana Ultimate is just absolutely fun. It's it feels good. It feels good to blow creatures up and get them back. Okay, so we got Dawn's Reflection, enchant land, add 2 color. Okay, we're kind of getting somewhere. Opponent's kind of doing a little bit of setting up, and we got a little bit of setting up to do. All right, so we have Charcoal Diamond untapping next turn. That's going to be 4 mana. We go for Jet Medallion. That's going to leave 2 up, make our spells cost 1 less. Dark Tutelage. Hopefully we hit a land off this one. Ah, beautiful. Finally hit a land. Let's go ahead and get the swamp down. Now, if we go for Crypt Gas, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. We can add double. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's go Crypt Gas. They're going to get a +1 counter on there. Let's go for the Jet Medallion. We can add for 2 off that one. Now we're finally kind of breaking this mana open. Go Jet Medallion. Extort Trigger, which we cannot pay for. And, hey, during my Mogus video, I kept going for Extort. I completely forgot. Yeah, if you saw that Mogus video, I had a few comments. Like, I'll kind of explain that in a second. Let's get our turn going. Let's get this Extort Trigger off the stack and get Jet Medallion on the battlefield. And then we'll go and pass the turn. And then anything else, now we're going to go and pass the turn. All right, but yeah, so as far as my Mogus video, so I got down... Reign of Gore, and in Reign of Gore, if you didn't see the video, Reign of Gore says if if a player would gain life, they lose that much life instead. And so I got it down, and I was like, all right, we can do that. It'll, if we get life gain. And I stopped thinking about the card. It was on the battlefield. To me, in my head, all it mattered was that we were going towards devotion. And if they're going to gain life, my opponent wouldn't be able to gain life. I forgot that we couldn't gain life. And so there's a couple times where I extort, and they lose a life, and we lost a life too. And so I had a few comments that were like, "Yo, that's a little too metal for me." And I was just kind of like, "Oh, I didn't even realize that." Oops. Sometimes that happens, man. Sometimes you just kind of forget about stuff due to commentary, and it just made me laugh that that we were just sitting there and like we were getting really close to an active Blood Chief ascension to where they would have lost 2 life, we would have gained 2 life, so we would have just been like kind of just bringing them down with the ship with us too. So I don't know, it just kind of made me laugh. Okay, so we are online for a nice little chunk of mana next turn, but yeah, I forgot Reign of Gore was out on the battlefield when we started going for a bunch of lands, so I'm just giving you a heads up. We do have Grave Pact to get down. Whenever a creature you control dies, each other player sacrifices a creature. So what we may end up doing, if they want to swing in for 9, they can go and swing in for 9. We're not going to chump block, but I guess they just want to hold on to the Mana Gorger Hydra. I don't know, it's going to allow us more time to do stuff, so it is what it is. I'll take that. Looks like they're a little bit kind of tight on mana. Alright, so we got the Dark Tutelage. We're going to lose a life off this one. See what's on top. Hopefully it's nothing too crazy. And worst comes to worst, we can get Liliana to flip and go for a Living Death. So, we do draw into Bloodthorn Vampire. Okay. So we get down Bloodthorn Vampire. It's going to be, we have 10 total mana. And then Charcoal Diamond for 1. So we're looking at 11, 12 mana technically. Let's go ahead and get down the Bloodthorn Vampire. Let's go. It's going to cost 1 less. We can get down the Charcoal Diamond. They're getting a nice little Extort Trigger. No, we're okay. We want to get some stuff rocking and rolling. What we can do is, no, we're not going to pay for Crypt Gas. Get down Bloodthorn Vampire. Let's get on the Autocrat. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. They're going to get the extra trigger on the Hydra. Not going to pay for that, no, we're good. And then let's go ahead and tap out and get down the Pawn of Ulamog. We can go for Blood Art and start sacking some of our creatures. Get that down. Let's go 1/2. Let's go Blood Artist. We're gonna use that ability. Actually, no, we don't want to use that, but I want to use our mana. Get down Blood Artist. Okay, so on this one, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and make Liliana's gonna go to the Exile Zone. Let's go ahead and sacrifice. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can get down Pawn of Ulamog. It's gonna be 3, and then start sacking some more creatures. Yeah, I like that. All right, so we get down Pawn of Ulamog. Start sacking some of our other creatures, and we go for Living Death. Get down Pawn of Ulamog. Let's go ahead and, yeah, I don't know why our opponent wasn't was swinging in with the Mana Gorger Hydra, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and sacrifice the Surf token. It's going to be 1 damage up there. We're going to gain 1 life. Always yield. And let's go and go for Culling the Weak. Let's go and sacrifice the Surf token. Blood Art's coming up top. Extort trigger. Not going to pay for that. No, we're good. So Blood Artist, and then we have Culling the Weak. We're going to have that nice little 1 mana coming up. That's going to be 7 total mana. Let's go and sacrifice the Crypt Gas because we've already used the mana. We're going to get that nice little extra counter. The Blood Artist. Liliana's going to flip, which is exactly where we want her. And then we'll have 2 mana left over to go for get down Liliana flipped and have her bring back everybody out on the board. Sounds like a plan to us. Always yield. And then it should be always yes on that one. There we go. Always yield. Okay. And let's go and sacrifice the Surf token up there. Sorry about that. Just trying to get through the trigger. There we go. And yeah, it's always a little. There's something very mechanical about going for a getting Bloodthrone Vampire going, getting the Blood Artist going, and then we can bring everybody back. But look at that Bloodthrone Vampire, looking extra good tonight. Bloodthrone Vampire, you're looking ravishing. Oh, what are you, 11/11? My goodness. When did that happen? Let's go and sacrifice the Autocrat. Alright, so we're getting a little ahead on mana. Always yes. Always yield. Alright, now we're getting these triggers going. And if Bloodthrone Vampire had haste, then we could do it. But unfortunately, we can't. And let's go ahead and we might actually, I think we might be able to kind of close it out from here. Let's go and sacrifice the Eldrazi Spawn token. Let's go and sacrifice the Pawn of Ulamog. Go up top. Let's go and sacrifice the Eldrazi Spawn token. Sacrifice the Blood Artist. Let's go and sacrifice her herself. Let's go ahead and go for each. Let's go plus on Liliana. Each player discards a card. We're gonna we'll just go and stick the Grave Pact in there. Make them discard a card, and then we're gonna go for the Living Death. That sounds like a plan. And we'll do some really quick aristocrat math. The magic number is 19, so we're gonna have 1, 2. We'll still have, no, we'll only have 2 mana left over from that. Let's go Living Death. Oh, I should have done that after that. We'll get Godsire, doesn't really matter. Get rid of the Mana Gorger Hydra. Okay. Get those triggers on the battlefield. And then, okay, so we have 3 mana left over. We can still activate. Yeah, there we go. So we have 3 mana left over. We can start sacrificing of all of our creatures. So we sacrifice. Each one's going to count for 2. So it's going to be 3 Blood Artist triggers. Then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we Balthor to bring everybody back. Yeah, that would have worked out that way. So basically what would happen is we sacrifice Ogre Slumlord. Sorry about that, I had to cough. So we have 2 amplifying effects on the battlefield. We have Ogre Slumlord. It says whenever another non-token creature dies, you may create a 1/1 black rat creature token. We also have Pond of Ulamog on the battlefield. So each non-token creature we sack is going to give us 2 more creatures. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we would use Balthor to bring everybody 8. So it's going to be 8 creatures, puts them down to 11. And then we go Balthor, rinse and repeat. That would have been more than enough to kind of close it out. Now, even if they did swing, I shouldn't have plus Liliana with that Godsire. That was a mistake. I should have gone for Living Death first. But yeah, we would have enough to kind of close out with Balthor. And with them not swinging with Mana Gorger Hydra, I think we still would have closed it out depending on how they swung. I mean, we're looking at maybe them swinging 3, 5, 6 per turn. We're in the neighborhood of 15, and we kind of stabilize at about 20. So, but you can see just Mono Black Aristocrats, always a lot of fun. Unfortunately, we didn't get a lot of Liliana action going, so I may be playing Liliana in the future. But that's a nice little Aristocrat style, so I'll definitely take that. All right, everybody. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.